Please rise and body your spirit as we sing our opening round, our gathering music. Morning Has Come, number 397, and we will split this two ways. First we'll sing it together, what, 2 times?
Yeah.
And then we'll split A1, A2. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. Morning has come, night is away. Rising the sun and night is away. Rise with the sun. Very nice. And with that musical introduction, we welcome one and all to a Unitarian Universalist congregation of Hillsborough, where we constantly strive to be an open and welcoming congregation and a loving and supporting community. We don't require that we all adhere to one specific creed or a common set of beliefs or practices, but rather we are a covenant congregation, committed to loving and supporting one another in our ongoing individual search for higher truth and meaning in matters of our personal faith. So whoever you are, member, guest, or friend, and for whatever reason brought you to join us today, either in person or online, we welcome you. My name is Dave Yelton. I'll be the worship coordinator for today's service. I want to thank everyone who has made this worship service possible and all of our activities this morning. But a special blessing this morning, and thanks to the fact that we have Aviva Enoch back for our musical director. And I say that for her miraculous and short-term recovery from her hip surgery 3 weeks ago. So we're 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. 2.5. It's great to have you back. So. It's also my great pleasure to introduce and welcome once again our guest speaker for today, the Reverend Allison Wilbur Eskilson, who fortunately is able to join us several times a year to deliver a message for us. She is the Minister Emerita of the Universalist, the UU Fellowship of Athens, Georgia, a big university town just like Chapel Hill, and she is currently living in Chapel Hill, having moved here several years ago with her husband Paul to be with closer to their family and their grandsons. So, Reverend Allison, on behalf of the congregation, we welcome you again here to our suburban Hillsborough Fellowship. We look forward to your message and your guidance in our service today. Before we create time for worship, let's take a few moments to share important announcements for our community. It's obviously a good time to think about, is your phone off or on? Is it in worship mode as it should be for the rest of the service? We also will have coffee afterwards, which is in the back of our worship hall. Good time to catch up with each other, and also a good time to welcome any visitors and get to know them better during our coffee break. Now, are there any more announcements for the good of the community? So I guess I get my drink of water here. Please come to the side mic and share your information with us.
Good morning, I'm Jenny, and I have an announcement about the CARE team. The CARE team has reorganized, and has some new members, and Patty O'Connor and I are co-chairing the group. We also email for the congregation to contact us with any special needs like meals, transportation, supporting visits, that kind of thing. And I believe it's printed in the order of service.
Not this week, next week it will be.
Oh, next week, okay, next week it'll be printed in there, and it will also be in the e-news. But it's just care team at uuchnc.org. So we welcome you to contact us and let us know what you need. We will be using the website Lots of Helping Hands for organizing things like meal trains or visits or things like that. We can offer a mini tutorial if you're not familiar with it, but it's pretty easy and it's very effective for keeping things organized. We will also try to have greeters assigned for each service, and I was supposed to do that this morning and I forgot and I got here during the first time. So greetings to all. And if you would like to sign up to be a greeter, just email the care team or see me after the service. Thanks.
Hello, I am Amy. I have some announcements here. Starting with next week, we are having our committee of the whole meeting starting at noon. If you cannot be here to conduct the business of our congregation, you can join us on Zoom. There's a link in the newsletter. A light lunch will be provided along with childcare. We're doing a Hamilton sing-along. We changed the date to July 14th at 3 o'clock so more people can come. So please come, sing, wear costumes, don't, whatever. Watch the show. We're having a picnic on Lake George at the home of Dave.
Lake Orange.
Lake Orange, sorry. Lake George.
That was New York, New York. Lake Orange, northern Hillsborough.
Okay, don't go to New York. On August 18th at 1, there will be a sign up for food sometime in July. And we have planned a Labor Day weekend camping trip for August 30th through September 1st. Cost is $40 per family. It's going to be a potluck Saturday night. You can come for the day or join our group campsite, stay for the night. There's no campers or RVs at the group site, but you can reserve your own site in the same campground. Come hang out with us. I think that's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Aurora, and I have just a few religious exploration related announcements just to kind of let people know what's going on. We're kind of moving into the summer phase of RE. So every other week we'll do something more structured, and every other week will be a free play day. Some of those free play days will be water free play days, and we will give you a heads up, but check the e-news for that so your child comes appropriately attired for water play. And also look in the e-news starting hopefully this week. I will get the form filled out for people to fill out. If your child would like to be a chalice lighter, there will be a thing in the RE section of the e-news, and you can just sign them up. If they did not get safety training, they can come early, and someone can help them. Heather can help them with that. We will kind of need to arrange. Well, maybe have a thing that says, "Have you been safety trained?" and the sign up, and then once everyone has, we can drop that part. And looking further ahead, we will have a Sacred Story skit practice starting around the time the school starts. Thank you. So around the time school starts. So be talking with your child if that's something they want to participate in. I will need signups for that in July-ish because I write the script and I need to know how many kids I'm writing the script for. So look for a sign up for RE for that.
Hi, I'm Alicia, and we are quickly
approaching the end of the fiscal year. It's about a week left, and so if you have any requests for reimbursements that you need to submit for this fiscal year, please do that as soon as you can. Thank you.
Okay, if there are no more announcements for the good of the community, let's prepare ourselves for worship mode. Let us, as we have prepared our cell phones in worship mode, let's now put our minds and hearts in worship mode, prepare ourselves for our time together.
Thank you, Dave, for welcoming me back, and thank you all for inviting me back. I think I've been here often enough that I now recognize some of you, which is a nice thing, especially given the gaps between time. And it's also wonderful to hear about all of the vibrant activities that are going on here. That is part of what creates a community, and that's actually what I'm going to be speaking about mostly this morning. But before we get to that point, we're going to recognize the time of year that we are in. All life on Earth is influenced by our position on the globe. Our seasons and daily rhythms are tied to our place and to Earth's motion around the life-giving sun. The cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west allow us to locate ourselves on the planet. Our current location, now called Hillsborough, is ancient land. Land originally inhabited by the Okanichi, Ino, Sponi, Shikori, and other indigenous peoples. Now their descendants share it with those whose ancestors originally lived in other parts of the globe. Whether our background is native or immigrant, we are grateful for the ancient stewardship of this land and pray that all who live here now take equally good care of this land. As you know, a calendar year marks the Earth's completion of one full orbit around the sun. We note that journey with birthdays, anniversaries, and special holidays. For those of us who might identify as Unitarian Universalist religious naturalists, as I do, non-theists, pagans, or simply scientists, we note Earth's journey by celebrating the 2 equinoxes and 2 solstices. These are the times when sunlight and darkness are equal and when the sun shines the shortest and longest time each day. A few days ago was the actual summer solstice. But in Sweden and a few northern countries in Europe today, June 23rd is the traditional date to celebrate midsummer. So we're going to join them by opening our service with a calling of the directions. This ritual recognizes the sun's daily path through our skies and notes the sun's influence on our lives. Whether you are online or in the sanctuary, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join me in facing east or the rising sun. And as we turn in a sunwise circle, mirroring the sun's journey across our skies, Dave will light a candle for each direction. And we begin by facing east. We call upon the spirit of the east, the direction of the rosy rising sun. May your morning light awaken us to the needs of the world, and may we meet the day prepared to bless all that exists. And let us turn a quarter to the right to face the south, to my back. We call upon the spirit of the south and direction of the blazing midday sun. May your afternoon light energize us, keeping us at the difficult work of bending the arc of justice towards the common good. And now we turn a quarter to the west. We call upon the spirit of the west, the direction of the gentle setting sun. May your evening light soothe us, allowing us to rest and relax despite the vital work that still remains. And one quarter more turn to the north. We call upon the spirit of the north, the direction of the sun's neighboring polar star. May your distant light inspire us to the wonder of being alive and guide us through life's dark mysteries. And if we turn back towards our chalice, with gratitude, may the sacred circle created by our turning, may they bless us, may the spirits of each direction bless us while we gather together for this holy hour. And before you return to your seats, stay rise, because we're going to sing the summer verse of the chant number 73, not 173, just 73, chant for the seasons. Seated. We have welcomed the spirits of each direction and lit a candle in honor of each. Now let us put flame to our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism, as we welcome you here.
Words by Richard Gilbert. With the lighting of this chalice, we bid you welcome, who come with weary spirits seeking rest. We bid you welcome, who come with hope in your heart. We bid you welcome, who seek a new faith or enter as a homecoming. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your journey, we bid you welcome. Please rise and body your spirit as we sing our opening hymn, For the Earth Forever Turning, number 163.
Thank you.
Ours is a welcoming community where we find connection, a sharing community where our joys are celebrated, and a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. Each Sunday we take this time to reflect on special happenings that have occurred this week among our members and friends. Some choose to share aloud, while others choose to remain silent. Here we make room for both. For those of you who would like to share aloud, please take a moment before we begin to center yourself and collect your thoughts so that what you have to share this morning is personal, heartfelt, and brief. So now, please come forward, tell us your name and share what is in your heart. When you're finished, you may release a stone into the vase on the altar here. For those of you joining us online and would like to share your joys and concerns with us, please put that in the chat and tell us if you would like it to be read aloud, and we'll drop a stone for you in the vase. So please come forward. Now, for those of you who would prefer to silently acknowledge your joys or concerns remaining in your heart, I invite you to come to the altar, release a stone into the vase while Aviva plays Spirit of Life. After she plays through it one time, you're invited to sing along with the meditation song. Words are printed in your order of service. We hold all these things within the heart of this community, both spoken and unspoken. Now remaining very silent while we consider what has been shared and how we might respond. Let us close together with a blessed Amen and blessed be. Amen. Blessed be. Now let's sing our children to class with the children's blessing located at the back of your great hymnal. For our reading today, so writing by Kenneth Patton, we arrive out of many singular rooms. We arrive out of many singular rooms, walking over the branching streets. We come to be assured that brothers and sisters surround us to restore their images on our eyes. We enlarge our voices in common speaking and singing. We try again that solitude found in the midst of those who are with us, seeking their own hidden beckonings. Our eyes reclaim the remembered faces, their voices stir the surrounding air. The warmth of their hands assure us, and the gladness of our spoken names. This is the reason for cities, of homes, of assembly in the houses of worship. It is good to be with one another.
It is good to be with one another. It is good to be together to mark the changing seasons in the world around us and in our lives. Just as the earth orbits the sun, so our lives inevitably circle around a yearly calendar. When we pay attention to significant recurring events like the summer solstice, birthdays, or anniversaries, it causes us to pause and notice the passage of time. In addition to annual events punctuating time, months and weeks do also. For those of you who come to Sunday services each week, you have a regular reminder that one week has ended and a new week has begun. A new week offers time to begin anew, time to review our lives, time to renew our spirits, time to recommit to our highest values and affirmations. If you are a regular attendee here on Sunday morning, you are bucking the current American trend in religious behavior. National surveys indicate fewer and fewer people affiliate with organized religious communities. The largest and growing category on surveys turns out to be the nuns. The nuns are not spelled N-U-N. The nuns include people who may claim to be spiritual but not religious, those who profess no religious beliefs, and those who have simply abandoned organized religion. And yet, you are here. You freely choose to be here. You could be doing many other things right now, yet you come here, either online or in person. Clearly, you seek something or know something the nuns don't. A few months ago, I met with members of your governance council to discuss possible priorities and potential challenges for the upcoming congregational year. Prior to that, they asked for your thoughts on the mission or purpose of this congregation. I learned your overwhelming response was to create and sustain a community of people who share your values. You come here for community, a Unitarian Universalist community. Clearly you get what the UU humanist Reverend Kenneth Patton identifies in the reading that Dave shared earlier. Patton claims, quote, "We come to be assured that brothers and sisters surround us," written before gender was quite such a binary, or when gender was a real binary, but we can be expansive in our understanding. He says, "We reclaim remembered faces and the warmth of hands, perhaps hugs, assure us. And we hear with gladness our spoken names." In other words, we're assured we're not alone. We're family. We are seen, noticed, not invisible. And our inherent worth is affirmed. More importantly, Patton adds, quote, "We try again that solitude found in the midst of those who with us seek their hidden reckonings." Though the language is a bit obtuse, Patton's noting that even though we're among others, we individually seek a quiet internal time to reflect on what in ourselves needs to be reckoned with. Each week that reckoning comes when we are reminded of our UU principles and values. They call us back to being our best selves. They encourage us to live more fully into love and respect, justice and freedom, personal responsibility and interdependence. They call us to spiritual growth. This we do together in community. I imagine some of Patton's words resonate with you as they do with me. It is good to be together. Since you choose to be here week after week, you may feel you belong here. Belonging is a healthy, deep yearning to be part of something, to know you're not alone. Even before the recent pandemic, studies revealed an epidemic of loneliness in this country. About 1 in 2 adults surveyed report experiencing loneliness. 1 in 2 adults. COVID's forced isolation exacerbated this, but it still remains. People who use social media for their primary interactions with others identify as most lonely in these surveys. Screens are not substitutes for face-to-face, in-person relationships. Just this past week, the Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, recommended warning labels be applied to social media platforms. He cited known risks for depression and anxiety to young people, and in particular to young people. But he also indicated this step would address, quote, the broader mental health crisis that we're living through. That broader mental health crisis is loneliness, social disconnection. Humans need social connection. We need to feel we belong to some group. We need community. Our communities are life-saving for many who feel they can't belong anywhere else. For generations, we've welcomed people who fled Orthodox religions, along with the spiritual but not religious, humanists, earth-centered pagans, couples in mixed marriages, mixed religious marriages, as well as racial marriages, individuals who identify as LGBTQI+ and other, and many others who share our values. We uniquely offer a community that embraces difference. Certainly, community can be found outside of religious organizations, but a religious organization, I believe, offers something different. I would say deeper and more meaningful than purely secular groups. A local bridge group or book discussion group isn't likely to give you time to reckon with yourself, in Patton's words, or offer sustained comfort in times of struggle or challenge. They make no covenantal promises to you. In our UU communities, we address the mysteries of life, its wonders, joys, and sorrows. Here you are encouraged to bring your whole self, to be your whole self, to love whom you must and believe what you must. We promise to care about you as best we can. The Unitarian Universalist minister Karen Madrani, in a sermon titled, "What is a UU Congregation? Who is it for?" answered her own questions. We are here for people who want to be together with people from across many different religious beliefs, without centering their own as the most important. We are for people who want to learn how to love others with different ways of being in the world. We are for people who want to grow, learn, and practice building a community, even when there is conflict. In a UU community, we practice love, forgiveness, making amends, and building community. Madrani echoes Patton, but she added something new: conflict. Whenever 2 or more people get together, there's bound to be differences of opinion. I like to think of conflict as 2 contrasting ideas. Each may include strong and weak points. If 2 ideas are seen as polar opposites, rather than creative opportunity for collaboration, then people become equally polarized. That conflict inhibits potential collaboration, compromise, and consensus. Some communities are better than others in dealing with difference. Some leaders try to avoid what they believe is conflict. They try to make everybody happy, but often make no one happy. Conflict or poorly handled difference can become an underlying anxiety within a congregation. Healthy congregations face their differences. They listen to each other and learn from each other. But if a person holds any opinion too strongly, compromise or consensus may be impossible to reach. Debate or discussion can be laborious, beleaguering, and even amplify disagreement, and decisions may never get made. The current political scene exemplifies this. Compromise in Congress is a dirty word. Red and blue sides each claim the other is impossible to work with, and little legislation gets passed. Whether in the halls of a congregation or Congress, an individual or group's opinion can be more important than the common good. The me overwhelms the we. But by their nature, a community must respectfully focus on the we. No individual should hold an organization hostage, as Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama recently did regarding military promotions and assignments. Sometimes the majority view can be misguided. A minority might offer a better idea or solution to a problem. But if compromise and consensus can't reasonably be achieved, one must let go of their opposition for the common good, as Tuberville eventually did in Congress. In a sense, that's the price of belonging to a community. UU minister Mark Morrison Reed once said, "The religious community is essential, for alone our vision is too narrow to see all that must be seen. Together, our vision widens and strength is renewed. Alone, our vision is too narrow." I agree. We need one another's ideas so that we can see beyond our own limited perspective. We may arrive out of many singular rooms, but we come together as one with respect and love for each other. It is my hope and prayer that this congregation continues striving to be the best Unitarian Universalist community it can be. You have a great start, you have a great tradition. This is not a new congregation, and you have very far places to go, to use Dr. Seuss's phrase. There is much ahead of you. May love and respect be your guide always. Amen. And blessed be.
Thank you for those guiding words. At this time, each Sunday, we take a monetary offering which supports our social justice work in the Orange County community. This month, our plate goes to OCIM, Orange Congregations in Mission, serving those people in need in northern Orange County with the food pantry, Meals on Wheels, and thrift store. Please donate by placing checks or cash in the offering plate. If by check, please write plate in the memo line. And you can go to our website, uuchnc.org, and click donate button, or you can use the QR code that's printed in our order of service. So thank you for your generosity.
I just want to say I deeply resonate with this song I'm about to play because I played it for my grandma when she was dying and her last few days on earth. And I just wanted to have everyone reflect upon who they love and feel connected to this song and remember the ones they love or loved today, and remember that everyone is not alone in their fight.
Please let us join in our prayer of collective gratitude found in your order of service. For the love that surrounds us every morning, for the friends beside us, and for the generous gifts just received, let us be truly grateful. Now please rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing hymn, number 128, For All That Is Our Life.
Seated. Life is a gift worthy of our praise and thanks. And I thank you for being here in person or online. Without you, there is no community. To close our service, we must first release the spirits of the East, South, West, and North, which we called into this sacred space, acknowledging our intimate connections to Earth, the Sun, and to all who call this tiny spot in the universe home. With gratitude, we open the circle and release these spirits, but not our intimate connection to them. And before we extinguish our chalice and solstice celebration candles, I share these final words with you by the UU minister, Reverend John Bierens. To be human is to be religious. To be religious is to make connections. To lead a meaningful life among the many competing forces of the 21st century, each of us needs support in making meaningful reconnections to the best in our global heritage, the best in others, and the best in ourselves. May you return to this community each week to reconnect yourself to the best in our global heritage, the best in others, and the best in yourselves. Blessed be, and amen.
Now please join me as we extinguish our sacred UU chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Go in peace, my friends, and blessed be.